Hey, welcome to Signal Theory. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm very excited to be bringing to you batch 1 of our Strymon presets. These are two separate products. You can get the Timeline presets or the BigSky presets. And if you get the BigSky, and we'll get to this in a minute, if you get the BigSky, you automatically are getting the BigSky MX. They're coming together, but at this time, there is not a way for Nixie to communicate with the Timeline MX. So if you get the Timeline presets thinking they'll work for the MX, they will not at this time, and we will be adding them when we're able to. I'll talk about that more in a minute, but what comes in these presets? Well, you just heard all of them. So I played every single one that comes in the pack, and some of them you may be listening to and you're like, okay, I don't really know what the big difference is in some of those. Like in the delay, I said low tape, medium tape, hot tape, soggy tape, stuff like that. Some of them, what you're getting is logical increases in feedback and mix. Modulation, it's just they're getting more intense. They're in the same vein. It's dialing things in a way that I use them live, and also just some other creative things that I wanted to do with these pedals to get some really cool sounds. With the delay, I made at least one preset for each algorithm. And by I really do mean maybe just one. Like I only did one duck because I'm like, I don't know. I don't hear many people talking about using that. I did one of the pattern delays. I did one dual delay, stuff like that. So then same thing with the reverb. I did multiple types of hall, multiple types of plate, multiple types of spring. So you can get varying levels of these reverb sounds. If you're wanting to kind of keep a similar kind of feel, but you want it to be more exaggerated, a bigger hall. There's like a hall pad where it sits underneath you for a very long time. There's something that even kind of reminds me of a Boss RV5. I know some of you are probably thinking, why would you use a $700 reverb pedal to emulate a $70 reverb pedal? That's 10 times more. I get it, but the depth and width you can get creating something that, in my opinion, definitely scratches the RV5 itch and just makes it better. But what you're getting is variations of them, which to me, and this is a thought that maybe you're having, is like, why would I buy presets for this? Or why would I buy those presets? Because you may see those are pretty straightforward in a lot of ways. My thought with these pedals is Strymon specifically does an amazing job with factory presets. You plug in, you get the pedal, you open it up, you plug it in, you turn it on, and it's like, whoa, they're incredible sounding. It really helps you to understand what these pedals are capable of. But I don't think people buy these pedals solely to utilize them for the crazy sounds and the massive landscapes they create. I think one reason why these are so great is because you can do everything. You can do your straightforward delay sounds, straightforward verb sounds. You can do big sounds. You can do insane sounds. You can do cinematic sounds. You can do so much. But if you're not super comfortable dialing things in, or maybe you're just new to the pedals and you don't want to spend a lot of time, whatever reason, there's no straightforward sounds in these pedals. So if you're trying to get going fast, or maybe you're just trying to look and understand how somebody dials things in because this is new to you, these are for you. If you get the BigSky presets, you're getting actually both BigSky sets. You're getting OG and MX. If you buy Timeline, you're actually only getting OG because at this time, MX does not interface with Nixie. So there's no way to, even if we made them, there'd be no way for you to put them on your pedal. And on top of that, the Timeline, the OG presets do not just drop into these because things are set up so different. It's just not possible. So what I did was used a program from Nicholas Elizondo. He has a company called Offset Sound. If you would like to follow him on Instagram, his handle is created deleted. It's 2 words smushed together. Nick created this program called Fixie, which I love. So what I did was I exported my presets from Nixie and imported that list into Fixie, and it populated in the library there in the app. And then I added all of those presets into the MX, and it converted all of them and then loaded all of them onto the pedal. I use Fixie. I loved it. If you, for some reason, are just enamored with the sounds of this Timeline and you would love to get the presets on your MX sooner than later, you can go grab that. There's a free version and a paid version. I paid for it myself. The caveat I will offer is some of the parameters don't translate over 100%. Nick is looking into that to see what that could be. I expected it because it's a tall order. I think what he did is absolutely incredible. So I'm very thankful that he made that. But it was still easier for me to plug both of these BigSkys in together and sit here, play, and turn one, like OG on, listen, MX on, listen, okay, what are the differences, and make those adjustments. The biggest thing I had with the MX was the mix was not right, or the pre-delay. They seem to be swap, oddly enough. I can't really explain that. Just positionally, if mix was like at 2 o'clock and pre-delay was like at 9 o'clock, it would switch. Mix would be at like 9 o'clock and pre-delay would be at like 2 o'clock. I am hoping to do a batch 2 of these presets where with the MX specifically, I get the timeline ready to go. And then we kind of really dive into the dual functionality, or that like the fact you can run dual algorithms with these. That would be the plan for that other batch, and kind of just expand upon that. But these are sounds that I've been using for a very long time. I don't think it's this particular BigSky, but I've had this one for several years. I bought the BigSky like the week or two it was released. And I went through a period of time where I kept trying to go away from it because I was trying to like save that extra $75, $100. The amount of money I spent on shipping, I might as well have just held on to this. This is probably like my 5th BigSky, but I've had this one easily for like 8 years, I think now. I don't even know how long the BigSky's been out. This timeline, I've had a timeline since they came out too. I tried to sell one at one point and came right back to it. They're staples. They're industry standards to have these kind of things. You know, I've seen players of all different genres with them. And so I'm excited to be able to offer some of the sounds I've been using over the years with them. This was really fun for me because I dove in and created even more sounds and found some more stuff out. I realized, here's something fun. There are sounds in the BigSky that when I dialed them in on the MX, I didn't like as much. If you're not familiar, you can choose on some of the algorithms to run the MX algorithm or the classic algorithm. There are at least 3 presets that I can remember offhand right now where I chose to use the classic algorithm instead of the MX because I thought the classic sounded better. So I think the MX sounds great. I love the Hall. I'm a big fan of Hall and plate reverbs. I really like the depth and the texture. It's kind of like going from like 1080p to like 4K with these. Like they still sound the same, but there's just something about them that I can't really qualify. We did a video on the full MX if you'd like to watch that. Did another video of the Timeline MX. Not a full one, but there was a handful of sounds. And I love what they did. The tape sounds so good. I'm a big fan of tape. So these are incredible pedals. They've stood the test of time. And I love what these updated versions have brought. So if you're watching this during the last week of July, first week of August in 2026, that is when we are running our anniversary sale, 50% off. You could basically get both, buy one, get one free, right? So you get them both for the price of one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't. We do a lot of products of our own. That's how we make a living. But we also make lots of videos talking about cool gear. And one of which I just did that I really like is the Bad Cat Cub 15 Mod Shop Edition. You should check that out. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.